How's it going? My name is Mike. Welcome to Mike's Fan Brush. I hope you're doing great on your side. Let me go ahead and get the colors running down below. I'll also have a description of what colors and stuff that I'm using in the description. Let me explain what I got going. 18 by 24 inch canvas. It does have white medium on it, so it is ready to slip and slide and rock and roll. And with that, let's go ahead and do an awesome painting. I'm going to use my palette knife to start out. And I'm going to go right into my pink stuff here, the crimson, excuse me. And we'll go with the nice, there we go, nice little pile. And we'll add just a touch of that blue at a time. Might be a little too much, there we go. We're going to make it like a nice little violet color today. Let me see what this is. It might be a little too red. We'll find out. Grab a little bit of this white, put it right here. And let's see. I think that's a nice color. We'll go with that. Let me go ahead and just put this baby down and grab that, excuse me one second, I'm just getting the paint off. I'm going to grab that 2-inch brush. So with that 2-inch brush, we'll go ahead and tap in some of this pink stuff. And if you have your 2-inch brush as well, touche. Let's go ahead and rock out with that brush out. Feel good, feel confident. And just in case no one told you today, you look absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and rock out. And we're going to go start right here in these corners. This is a little dark, so I'm going to go ahead and actually rub some of that off, and then we'll just work with what we got there. There we go. Just a little too dark to start out. And we're just going to go ahead and bring it on over. I'm just doing the nice little X's like so. And there you go. So when you're doing this, you know, just feel good, feel confident. Say it on every painting. And things just seem to kind of work out. So remember, don't compare your work with anybody else. It's your work. You know, everybody's at different levels. So you just do your best. Just give me one second. I got one little hair there. And each time you paint it, it's going to get a little bit better each and every single time. Okay. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and just tap in a little bit more. And I just want some color down here. There we go. Really just worrying about up here, not so much down here, just to get some color. Just something there for right now. There we go. Nice and beautiful. Nice and beautiful. Maybe we'll add a little bit more dark. Just a little bit more dark up top here. And we'll just bring it on down. Always remember, when you're doing your skies, dark up top, bring it down, or vice versa. You can be dark here and lighten it up. Like dark to light, light to dark. This way you have the depth. Without that, it's just going to look really flat. So all I'm doing right now is just kind of blending this out. I don't have really any paint on here. All right, there we go. Okay, with the filbert brush, I'm going to go right into the same pile here. I'm going to get some dark going, and I'm going to grab a little bit of, you know what I'm going to do? Let me grab some of my white. I'll put it right here. Okay, so we're going to have dark on one side, and then we'll just go ahead and get some white. And let's go up here. All right, before I touch, I'm going to make sure to let you know, I'm just going to put the white up top and the dark down below, okay? And we're just going to come in and just start putting some mountains in here, okay? These are going to be way in the distance. You don't have to have much detail. But by, you know, having a little bit of the white on here, it just keeps it nice and light, okay? There we go. We'll do something like so. And we'll just keep working it. There we go. Just like that. Remember, this is way, 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 way in the distance, okay? Way in the distance. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use my Hake brush. If you can use your 2-inch, whatever brush you like for blending, and I'm just want to push this and blend it right in. Just push it and just blend it in so it's in the distance there. Okay, let me put that down. And I'm going to go right back into here. So let's see, dark on one side and light on the other. And let's go ahead and put in some more. There we go, something like so. Wherever you like them. They don't have to be perfect, you don't have to match me. You're just putting in some mountains. Putting in some mountains. There we go, just like so. Just like so. There we go. I'm going to take that Hake brush again. I'm just going to actually just on the bottoms here, just mist out the bottoms. Just misting out the bottoms. There we go. And I'm going to go right back in that same color. And a little bit of that white. And same thing. Maybe this time it comes up something like so. There we go. There we go, just like that. And same thing, except I'm going to add a little bit of white into this Hake brush. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Just on the foots of the mountain here, just on the bottom of it, okay? And let's go ahead, maybe this dirty brush, we'll just put something right here. Something like so. Let's go and do a little bit more. This time I'm just going to go into straight dark, and then we'll maybe come back and add some white into there. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. There we go. This is nice and beautiful, huh? Nice purple. You got the nice little range, and you can already see all the distance, and you haven't done much, you know? That's what's awesome. That's what's awesome. All right, I'm just going to rub that out a little bit. I'm going to grab some of the, I'll just use some of this white up here. And I'm just going to kind of soften this out and put some little grooves and ridges in here. Just like that. Maybe over here. There we go. And same thing. I'm going to grab that Hake brush with some white. I'm going to come in. There we go. Put that down, back to the filbert brush, back into the dark color. Add a little bit of white. There we go, so it's not too dark. There we go. And then, same thing, just keep maybe a little bit darker so it sticks out. There we go. There you go, just like this. Do your best you can. I know it's hard to kind of match somebody, but just like I always say, you know, just take a deep breath and just go to town, you know. The more you do it, the better it gets, the easier it is, the more you can see, the more you visualize. The execution just happens. That's pretty much it, you know. You can think about it and it just comes out. So you just got to keep working at it. Like everything else in life, the more you do it, the better you get. So, but it takes a little bit of time. It's really awkwardness at first, you know. It's just really awkward. I mean, just the smell. Excuse me, there's a hair there. Just the smell of the paint is different, you know. It kind of brings you back to elementary school, the art class, you know, like just the smell. As soon as I smell the stuff, it's like, man, brings you right on back. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of white to this. Use the same stuff, and just like we've been doing. Don't leave, not too much detail with this. We're going to put something up front that will be it's going to have some detail. But right now, I'm just trying to get all the different mountain grooves and stuff like that. So, got a nice, beautiful range working right here, man. And I hope if you're painting along, you are having some success and everything's working out for you, because that's what it's about. There we go. And maybe just a tad bit darker right here with that same color that we used. I'm just going to add maybe a touch of black because I'm running out, and just something like that. Maybe just a little extra shadow. Maybe. There we go. Just a nice little shadow, different ridges, different peaks going all the way through. Let me go ahead and wash this brush. I'll be right back. Well, we have a wonderful scene working so far. Let's go ahead and use that palette knife. We're going to go ahead and mix up a nice mountain color for something up close. Let's go ahead and use a touch of this blue, some of our black, and some of the pink stuff here. Go ahead and mix that up nice and thoroughly. There we go. And grab yourself a nice little chunk, and let's go ahead and make ourselves a mountain. Okay, let's go ahead. Remember, when you do this, you want to push this part in firmly. And then do your thing, okay? Just make sure you're pushing firmly, and then you scrape off any excess that you may have, okay? And just come in and try your best. Do your best that you can. If you're struggling with mountains, it takes a little bit, okay? It takes a little bit, but once you get it, you get it, okay? Scrape off what you can scrape off, make your life easier. There we go. And let me take I'll just use a 1 inch or a 2 inch brush here. I'm going to go ahead and just slide that right so. There we go, something like so. Let me put this down. We'll go ahead and just do some white caps. I'm just going to use my fan brush though this time around. Let me use a smaller one here. Go with the number 3 fan brush. I'm going to go right into my white. I'm going to add just a touch of, maybe just a touch of this blue. And a touch of that crimson, just to give it kind of a little bit of a little bit of a purple hue or cast to it. All right, and let's go ahead. And I'm just going to start right here. And very, very, very softly. There we go. Just like that. So you're going to have some kind of a rough, a little bit of rough. There we go. Come in. There we go. There we go. Now come in and just kind of find where, you know, where you get these little gaps. You know, you want those gaps, the dark and the light. So make sure you get those gaps and you're doing good. And if you want to use your fan brush, or excuse me, fan brush, if you want to use your palette, use your palette. You know, whatever you'd like. There we go, something like so. And I'll do a little bit more, and just for fun, I'll pull out that palette knife. Do whatever you want. You remember, this is your world, okay? I just live in it. That's it. I just live in this world. This is definitely not my world. My world is very happy-go-lucky. None of this political crap and New World Order and everything else that has to be going on. But I'm just going to use a small palette knife. You can use your big one. It don't matter. Just grab a little bit of your paint. So when you do this, I'm telling you, it's like skipping a rock on a pond. Okay, if you take a heavy rock and you just push it into the pond, okay, it's just going to splash. It's going to do something like that. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, what you want to do is skip it along, and let it skip along. Okay, so you grab yourself a roll, you come in, and you very, very softly, you barely touch. You just want the paint to touch. That's it, not the knife. And then you just skip it along. Okay, and as you skip it, it will make all those little breaks. Okay, that's the key. I mean, I know Mr. Ross. I mean, obviously, a guy made this possible for a lot of people to come over here and paint. Okay, but it's a whisper on a mountain's tough. You know, that I think the best analogy is just to say you got to skip a rock across the pond. If you can skip that rock across the pond, you're good. You know, you are good. And that's it. I mean, as I'm skipping along, okay? And let's go ahead and do up a shadow color. So I'll go take that. I'm just going to use some of that original mountain color. Mix that in there. And add maybe a touch of that blue. I might even go a little bit darker. Maybe a little bit more. Let's go. That might be too dark. We'll find out. So just grab, I'm going to use the small side of the knife. I got some nice little ridges and stuff here to worry about. Let me see. It's not even coming out. Let's go. Take that. We'll add some blue to it. See? Make changes. Hopefully this should pop out a little bit more. It's definitely more of a shadowy color. And same thing. Same thing. And there we go, something like so. And pull some out. Make these little peaks come out a little bit better. There we go. And we'll have some fun over here as well. Right that. There we go. Maybe just a little bit over here. There we go. There we go. And just for fun, maybe have it like so. There you go. Nice little mountain range to stick in there. Let's go ahead and use that 2-inch brush. Let me grab a clean one. There we go. Tap in some white. And right down here, just mist it out a little bit. Here. There we go, just like that. Okay, let's go ahead and mix up some dark color here. And so we'll go with our blue or black. Use the rest of this crimson here. Let's go ahead and add some of that Naphthol Red. Make ourselves a nice dark color here. And we go and use that 2-inch brush. I'm going to put in some nice dark color here. And I'm going to do something maybe even a little bit more there. Maybe something like this. There we go. And just fill that in. And just get a little hair like so. Let me see if I can get this guy. There you go. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead. Just want to add a little bit of green to the same pile here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of green into there. Clean that knife. It's getting pretty dirty. Come in, use that same dirty brush. I'm going to go ahead and use the dog paw straight down. Turn the brush. Now let's come in. And put something right here. There we go. And let me take a, just use a fan brush right now, go into the same dark pile. And maybe I'll put a pine tree right here, tap, tap. There we go. And maybe one right here as well. Tap, tap. And just got those arms working out. There we go. There we go. So it's working its way. There we go. There we go. And let me go ahead and I'll just use a liner brush and just go into some of this white right here and into some of my sienna into my white. Dry brush, dry paint. And just put in some stuff here. There we go. Alright, with the 1-inch brush, I'm going to go ahead and just dip into a little bit of my medium here. There we go. Might be a little too much there. I'm going to go right into my tad yellow with a touch of my green. And I'm just going to crunch it open. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Come on over here and touch. Just like so. Let me add maybe a little bit more white to it, just so it sticks out. It'll stick out a little bit better. There we go. Some nice little pops, little hits like so. Let me put this down. I'm going to go ahead and use my palette knife. I'm going to grab some of my burnt umber. And I'm going to come in and just start putting some kind of land right there. Maybe add a little bit of white. Grab some of that umber, add it right here. Get some nice little land going. Let me add a little bit more. Going into the umber, into the sienna. I'm just doing it right here on the palette. I'm not even mixing it up. All the different colors. Look at that. And same thing. I'm going a little bit more. So same thing. Some brown. Some of your sienna, a little bit of your white, and just come in. And there you go. There we go. Sorry, I just want to blend that in a little bit. It's a little too white. There we go. Nice little blend. I'm going to take this. Let me grab some of the Naphthol Red. Let me come in. There you go. Get some nice colors going right there. And let's go ahead and just put it like maybe a nice little dead tree. I'm going to use that brown, go into my black. Burnt umber and black, and I'll load up both sides because I'm probably going to need it. There we go. This way, that way. All right, and then just come in and maybe right here. It's a nice little dead tree. Use the small side of the knife. Here we got. All rigid and old and beat up looking. And I'm going to go ahead and use my sienna with some of the white. I'm going to come in and just touch and kind of pull that over. There we go. Getting some white onto here. Here. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do next. I'm going to add some of this I'm going to come in. There we go. Add some more. here. Just a little bit, gives you nice little colors and stuff to go with it. Same thing over here. There you go. Give me 1 second. Just gonna need to move some stuff to get to my lid with my paint thinner. I'm gonna go ahead into my thinner, get some paint thinner, and go into my dark stuff here that we've made. And I want to go ahead and just put in a little something there. There we go. And maybe just something over so it's not so plain over here. And maybe we'll just add there we go. I'm just trying to get some stuff there so it's not so plain. There we go. A couple little lines over here. Like so, I'm going to go ahead and clean that. And I'm just going to go into this white over here. I have a little bit of that Sienna mixed in there, and with the paint thinner. There we go. And you can leave the pine trees dark, you know. I just want it kind of dark and just right there, okay? And then with that, I think that's going to call it a day. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some white thinned out. And let's go ahead and sign it. So remember to make sure that paint's thin. It will slide right on over here. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. You have to keep thinning it out until you can get it at the right consistency. So I'm having a little bit of issue. Usually I use my medium, so today I decided I'll just thin it out. There we go. Well, we completed an absolute beautiful painting. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson and project. Till next time, as always, I do want to wish you the best. Please take care of yourself. Stay safe. Bye-bye.